Okay, that is the start streaming button. Wait, this is not good. Where is my camera? Oh, wait, no, that's the display capture. Where is the camera? Where is the camera? Wait, I gotta turn the stream off. No, it's not loading. Okay, hello. If anybody is in here, what is up? I am currently experiencing some technical difficulties, but maybe they will get sorted out. Maybe not. Maybe it'll take a few minutes. Only I know. Probably should have gotten that sorted before live streaming, but you live and you learn. What's up, Tiago? How's it going, man? How have you been doing recently in the tech review space? It feels like products are a bit dry. Okay, there it is. I had to unplug my cam link. We are golden. Gotta move. Holy shit, why do my hands look like this? God, it looks like I've self-harmed because my puppy's been attacking me. And then I have like candle wax. Should have cleaned my hands as well. This is just a scuffed stream, man. A scuffed, shocking Thanksgiving stream. How is everybody doing? Can't wait to hear your thoughts on the Sora. I'm gonna wait a few minutes just to get a few more people in the stream because I don't want to like constantly get asked the same questions. But the Sora so far very very surprising in a positive way. Loving the Pulsar X2, Death Hour V3 Pro, Lamzo. Yeah, those are some great mice. Those are some great mice that have dropped this year. 2022 has been a great year for mice, all things considered. Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you too. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, man. What a holiday. What a holiday. I hope all of you guys who are celebrating are spending time with your family, spending time in my live stream, virtually the same thing. If you're not from America, you don't have Thanksgiving, you're missing out, but God bless you nonetheless. Scared of Gangosaurus since I'm so used to my Atlantis. If you want like an XM1 mini style mouse, I would say the Sora is the best option like we've ever had. I don't know how good the Lamzu Atlantis mini is going to be, but the Sora is already out. Mine comes in at 47 grams. A lot of people were saying like, or well, not a lot of people, but Ninjutso originally said it was 43, then it went to 45 plus minus 2. It looks like it's around 47, and I'm not gonna lie, this mouse feels fucking insane in hand. Like the weight balancing is really good. It feels almost hollow, so it's a great mouse. But it's not quite like 43 grams. It's not as light as these Starlights, but for $95, it's kind of unreal. How is the coating? It's good, man. It's kind of like, I would say, a less rubbery feeling GPX coating. It's definitely a step up from like the Razer chalky coatings. Most like the Lamzu coating, the Pulsar coating, I would say it's better than those. So it actually got the coating right as well. Pulsar X2 and XM1 have the same shape. No, absolutely not. Wow, this looks like a YouTube video. Yeah, it's like a live YouTube video. It's crazy. Pre/post travel. On the main clicks, they're tensioned really well. Hold on. You can see there's really not much post travel. Like it looks like there would be room for post travel, but I'm not getting any. There's no like noticeable side to side wobble as well. The Huanos are tensioned really well. They're not heavy, but since the mouse is so light, they do feel a bit heavier. I wouldn't say they're like a heavier click than the Lamzu Atlantis Huanos though. Pretty spammable implementation. Sora or Atlantis cheaper? I mean, I think the Atlantis is cheaper by $5, but I don't think that should really be a considering factor. I would say availability matters a bit more than that. Boardsy stream, indeed, indeed. When are the giveaway winners announced? At 180k subs, and if for some reason that takes like super long to hit, then the 15th of December, I guess. Actually, no, probably a bit before. I don't know. When I hit 180k, let's just go with that, the original thing. Did you weigh it yet? Yeah, it's in at 47 grams on my scale. Are there any heavily textured control pads? Yeah, something like the Esport Tiger Ubba, like the Mousepad company Mousepad. Will white mice discolor? Nah, most of them have like coatings that make it so they don't. How's the build quality? Really good on my unit. Like I have no side flexing, no creaking. Let's see, rattle. No rattle. Is there rattle? No. I don't know. I have not had any issues. It feels really solid, but it almost like just feels a hollow because it's so light. It's only a few grams like lighter than the Lethal Gaming Gear LA1, but it does feel like, I'd say, a bit lighter in hand. Is it smaller than the Atlantis? Yeah, by a good amount. How is the battery life? Dude, I've had the mouse for a day, but I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I don't know. Just wait for my full review for some info on that. It hasn't died in a day, so it's on pace to never die, ever, I guess. But yeah, as you can see, it's a step down from the Lamzo Atlantis. I'll put it next to the XM1R as well. Where's Rex? He's in the other room, man. He's probably pissed. Just tuned in. Is it similar to the XM1? It's kind of like an XM1 Mini. I saw a video, I believe it was from Random Frank P, where he said it was like a mini super light, where it's just definitely not. It's nothing like the super light. Let's see. It's just like, it's not the same style of shape whatsoever. XM1 Mini? Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like in hand. Click feel compared to other mice? I mean, it's similar to the Lamzo Atlantis. I would say it's a bit sharp. A bit more sharp feeling than the Lamzo Atlantis, but pretty good, pretty spammable, and no quality issues with the Huano implementation. Is it good for claw? I would say it works for claw, definitely with my hand size. If you have like medium and small hands and you're looking for like not something super flat like the Pulsar X2 Mini, something more like an XM1 Mini, then this is a really good option. You see it has a good backup for claw, and it's also good for fingertip. Happy Thanksgiving. Yo, fresh reviews in the chat. Happy Thanksgiving, man. How is it go? How's it doing? How's it going? Oh my god, I almost said how's it doing. Just freaking out. I'm like super fanning over fresh reviews. But yeah, hope everybody's having a terrific Thanksgiving. Sora skates? They seem good so far. No issue with them. They're pretty thick. Solid PTFE. It is a 4-skate implementation instead of 2. Do they have like, they do have the cutouts for like Zowie style skates though, if you want to throw those on, which is something to note. Yo, what's up, Mouse and Keyboard Master? Are you hyped for HSK Pro? Yeah, I'm hyped for anything G-Wolves puts out. Yep. Any super light clones that aren't as expensive? Dude, correct me if I'm wrong, but the super light I think is on a sale for like $110 for Black Friday. All of the colorways. Holy shit. I need more water. So yeah, I mean, if you can't spend 110 on a super light, it's not worth going with like a cheaper clone that's just going to be significantly worse. God, I gotta get the super light affiliate link in the chat though. Did they even send? Yes. Super light is on some crazy sales even in Brazil. Yeah, I figure like it should have some pretty good sales for Black Friday. I don't know if the Death Adder V3 Pro is going to go on sale, which is kind of unfortunate. Guys, make sure to like the stream as well. One of my friends who's a YouTube streamer was like, your streams aren't getting enough likes. I'm like, what does that mean? But yeah, press that like button. Oh, that's why you shill super light. Why? Because I can send an affiliate link. I can do that with any product on Amazon. So in theory, I should be just shilling every mouse. I should be a fucking G502 Razer Basilisk shill. Death Adder V3 won't go on sale. I mean, most of the Black Friday sales are already on Amazon. I've been looking recently, so I don't know. It's not looking too good for Dave sales. Maybe the Razer official store will do some sales. Haha, love you, thank you. We stopped for a break at Disney. That's pretty base. She's fangirling for Mickey and Minnie about to start moving again. Wish you and the fam the best. Same to you, man. That's always based. The Disney trip. It's a classic. I banned you from speaking positively about mice. I respect that. You don't get to shill anything. That's a good way to have a... It's a good mindset as a reviewer. Are the sides flat/vertical? Nah, it's definitely like curved sides like the XM1. You can see there's a pretty decent flare out towards the bottom compared to something like the X2 Mini where it's just flat all around. So it's just a different style of mouse. I would say I probably prefer the X2 Mini's shape, like for a pure fingertip grip. The Sora is a bit wider and a bit curvier, but it just comes down to what style of shape you're going to prefer. I think both mice, like the fact that mice like the X2 Mini, Sora, and Lamzo Atlantis are available for under 100 is pretty crazy. Like, it's just a solid tier of mice. Pulsar X2 is on sale for 65 USD on Max Gaming. Yeah, I'm going to cover a lot of Max Gaming sales in my Black Friday video tomorrow. There's just, like, a lot of deals this year. I feel like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like last year, like, not every company was doing crazy shit for Black Friday, but this year, it's like, every company is doing something. G305 is 30 here in Germany. Yeah, I think it's around, like, 40 in the US. So, like, kind of all the time. I just don't really recommend a G305. They need to make an updated version of that, but they just probably never. G305 is 25 USD in the UAE. That's awesome. How much does a Superlight cost in the UAE? I love the UAE viewers. Shout out to the world. Exclamation mark Sora. How's the Sora? TLDW. Okay, so TLDW, I would say it's like XM1 Mini. That's like the best, like, that's the best super short explanation. Like, all of the clicks, especially the main clicks, the Huano implementation, surprisingly high quality. The weight is really good. It is 47 grams. Originally, they said 43. Then it became 45. In hand, it's 47. Am I complaining about the weight? No, I'm just letting you know that it's not quite, like, as light as the Starlight, but it feels really nice. It's noticeably lighter in hand than something like the X2. It's already sold out everywhere. The Sora, is it? I'm sure they'll do another batch soon then. Series 1 Pro is good. I don't know, man. I thought I bought one. Like, I truly thought I had one on the way. And then they like made a post saying they were fulfilling them, and I never got an email. I was like, oh shit, I never bought this. But I think Max Gaming might be hooking me up. So that's that Max Gaming love right there. If they do hook me up, I will review it. If not, let's just call it the XM2W Mini. I mean, I did get confirmation from Endgame Gear that they have a Mini in the works, like an XM1 Mini. But it's going to be wired, and it's just hard to care about anything from Endgame Gear until the XM2W is in hands. Code Boardsy on Max Gaming when? Dude, I don't even think they do codes. That might be why they're able to get prices like a bit cheaper. I mean, hey, if they ever offered, I would not say no. Like, Max Gaming's pretty dope. Like, they have a US store and they have like the rest of the world store. Series 1 Pro owner here, amazing. Damn, I kind of like, I really want to try it out. But I don't know, like, if people are even selling them on the aftermarket. How much DPI do you like to use? 3200 is what I've been used to, especially with higher polling rate mice, but had been on 1600 for the longest time. Damn, stream not loading for me? Probably a connection issue. It's very unfortunate, though. How is the coding? The coding's surprisingly good. I would say it's not, like, quite as good, not quite as rubbery feeling as the GPX, but it's like it's a kind of like dry, like a dry grippy coating. It's good. I'll have better words in my full review. Goat, you stream so early? Yeah, because I'm going to be celebrating Thanksgiving like a bit later in the afternoon and the night. So I figured, why not bust out an early stream? Compare it to the XM1. It's very similar in profile, just a smaller mouse. And I would say it's like a bit more intense of a flare, while or not intense of a flare, but intense of like an angle, while the XM1 is a bit more gradual. It's kind of like I was 50k points in your Twitch channel. This is so sad. I'm still going to stream on Twitch, especially on Setup Sundays. I just don't know how often I'm going to do like standard streams on Twitch. I just feel like YouTube's the better it just makes more sense. No way, I got the sex bot in my live stream. Gotta ban them. Hide user on this channel. Perfect. Are side buttons closer to the X2 or the GPX in feel? I would say they are a bit mushy, somewhat similar to the GPX, but they do have a more like defined and hollow click feel. I wouldn't say they're close to the X2 Mini either. Kind of like the XM1 side buttons a bit. It's closer to the XM1 than the X2? Yeah, absolutely. I'll show both of the shapes, or all three of the shapes. Jumbo Tile Frenzy mouse? Dude, just fucking ask Aqua, whatever he's using. I mean, do you see the way that kid grips the mouse? It's insane. So just go with that. Does Zowie still have a chance? I mean, wait, why is it not focusing? What is this piece of shit camera doing? Sometimes you just gotta shit talk the camera. But yeah, you can see the profiles of the mice. Probably micro switches like the Viper V2 uses. Yeah, it might. Yeah, it's definitely not using like fake dot switches. Yo, Nighty with the $2. Good afternoon, Mr. Boardsy, sir. Thank you very much. Good afternoon to you as well. I hope you're having a terrific Thanksgiving. I hope you spend the day celebrating with your family and friends. Best control pad. In my opinion, it is the Lethal Gaming Gear Saturn Pro. Like, that's the one that I use the most. Do I hit the cart? Who's stopping you? That's the way I look at it. Only yourself. And if you want it, you'll make it happen. How is GPX doing today? He's good, man. He woke up a bit later. No problems so far. Had his food. Had his play. He might be just sleeping now. If I have really sweaty hands, do I have to buy a sleeve for the SkyPad? Well, I mean, if you have really sweaty hands, isn't that just going to make it even more of a problem if you put on a sleeve? Because then it's all going to be like consolidated on your wrist and hand, and it'll make you even more sweaty. I would say just like find a solution. That was the least hopeful thing I could have said. Happy Turkey Day. I got the Sora pre-ordered, and a second later it was sold out. That's unlucky. Yeah, I don't know what quantity they made, but they should have made like a pretty big one. Like, you can't do a mouse release and then just make a really small first batch. Maybe you can. So people don't say the QC is shit. Is the Heian still your favorite pad? It's like my all-time favorite pad, but it's not like my main pad like every day. How tall are you? I'm 6'1", 6'2" in Air Force Ones. Any news on Viper Mini Wireless? Yeah, I was actually going to talk about that. That was like a perfect plant. Here it is. There's the post on Reddit about the Viper Mini Wireless from 4 days ago. Not sure how many of you guys saw this. Wait, let me pull the chat up as well. Golden. Do you think the GPX is going on a sale? The GPX is on a sale, man. It is only $110. Somebody keep a count of how many times I send this GPX affiliate link this stream. But yeah, this is probably the biggest sale it's going to be on. Like, I don't think it's going to go on a bigger sale tomorrow when it's like, tomorrow when it's officially Black Friday. Have you ordered the HSK Pro 4K? G-Wolves is sending me one, so I don't really need to order one. Yeah, but I don't have like a tracking number for that, so I don't know when I'm going to get it. Where's you got Unspoken Riz? Yeah, Unspoken Mouse Riz. 110, it's 80 in Switzerland. It's always been like 100 standard in Europe for like the past 6 months. Okay, but let me go back to this. So yeah, basically they said that the Viper Mini Wireless, I'm not going to read every word, but early 2023. So they originally said like fall 2022. That didn't happen. It's going to be an all-out performance mouse shipping with the hyperpolling dongle, and they're going to make orders available to Reddit first. I don't know how that's going to work. How you certify you're a Redditor. But yeah, they say it's not the only version of the Viper Mini, so they might do like a more budget Orochi style one in the future. That's what I think. But yeah, pretty cool to have some confirmation, but who knows? What's a good MM712 alternative? Like, I feel like I don't know, man. Why not just go with the MM712? It'll probably be on a big sale for Black Friday, I would imagine. €90 GPX Superlight on Max Gaming. True, it actually might be a bit cheaper on there compared to Amazon. New GPX is coming out soon. Is it now? Oh, Kosi with the 10 United States dollars. Borsey, I got the GPX recently for $100. There's one thing that the Mirror M does better, and it's the side vents. You know how I can make the side vents feel better? There actually is this one video by a guy named Ents. I can link you that. It is, you do have to like go into the mouse, but it could potentially work. G Pro Superlight mushy side button fix. It is 6 minutes, so I'm not going to like watch the whole video on stream. I will put the link in the chat, man. Appreciate the $10, and I hope you enjoy that GPX. Rate my setup: G-Wolves, Hot ES Wireless, GK61 White, and Ubba Mousepad out of 10. I would say it's like a It's like a 7, maybe. Yeah, calm 7. Light 7, as Anthony Fantano would say. It'll probably have a year-old Reddit account who has participated in mouse review. Yeah, something like that. Definitely, maybe a karma requirement. What mousepad are you suggested me to buy from your silver approved? That is an incredible message. I need to just paste that message. I need to become like a copy pasta. 90 euros equals $93. Yeah, it's like the euro is a declining, sad currency. What's up with that? Does anybody know? Wait, I didn't even tweet out. Forgot to tweet out that I was streaming. What do you guys think of this thumbnail I made? I thought it was pretty good work. The only MF I've seen with the Shroud mouse is Timmy. Yeah, nobody talks about how the G303 Shroud edition just like totally flopped. Do you think the Wooting 60HE is worth getting now? Yeah, I mean, I think it's the best gaming keyboard on the market, so I don't know why you wouldn't get it if you want it. Like, there's no reason to keep waiting. Think it's worth to keep waiting for the XM2 or just get a clone? I mean, if you already have a pre-order, I would say I would probably wait it out, but if you haven't ordered, it's definitely not worth waiting because you gotta wait for like a whole nother batch, and holy shit, that's just not gonna be fun. Real one, if you know where that turkey is from. Dude, I literally just looked up turkey clips art. But you were right about the Patriots. That was a crazy game, Sammy. That ruined Zach Wilson's career. Venus. I would say the Venus is the good cheap option, Micah Alofonso. But if you're looking for an artisan pad, I would just say go with the Hien. Rate my setup 2015 iMac and a 380 USD custom keyboard. I don't get that, man. What's the mouse? I only speak mouse. What do you mean flopped? I mean, it's just like nobody really uses it. When Logitech releases a mouse, like it can be something like the GPX that everybody uses. Even the G502, it's like insanely popular in the G502 lover genre. But the fucking G303 Shroud, who is using that, man? Like it's a real concern. How's that Sora feeling out of the box? It's really good. There's like not really a single aspect that I would say holds it back. The weight's really impressive, even though it is a few grams heavier than originally advertised. The shape works for both fingertip and claw. It's like an XM1 mini style shape. That's the mouse it best compares to. Definitely nothing like a GPX, as some other reviewers said. W Sora. It was surprising, honestly. I was not like, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Ninjutso mice in the past have been pretty disappointing, but it seems like they really got everything right with this. Like the Katana Superlight, I was like, this is a good mouse. It feels great, but it is just an absolutely terrible shape. But now they got a 3395, really good shape, really good weight. I don't know how the like widespread QC is gonna be, obviously, but my copy feels sick. Will it be your new main mouse over a Death Adder V3 Pro? I can say probably not, but I still need to test it more, definitely. But I have not gotten that vibe after one day of using it. No QC issues on the Sora? Nah, no noticeable QC issues. I can press pretty hard. You can see my hands shaking like I have Parkinson's, not a single creak or a flex. Solid shell all around. There's really nothing to be concerned about structurally. The clicks, as you can see, there's a bit of like side-to-side play, but it's nothing serious. No quality issues. They're pretty spammable as well. It's just like all around, like even suspiciously good. Wait, I didn't even ping my Discord that I was live. Holy shit. I just realized I'm the worst streamer. Copped a Lamzu because of you. Thanks. Yo, I hope you enjoy it, man. The feedback I've gotten from people who have like bought Lamzus has been really positive. I've had a few units now. Sick product. Are we taking bets on when the XM2W will finally release? There is like, I saw this like thing on Twitter. It's like a cryptocurrency like betting service. I was thinking about actually making one with the XM2W, like what month it gets released in. It's not like a sketchy crypto betting service. It's like a peer-to-peer thing. I shouldn't even have mentioned that. Love from Malaysia. Shout out to Malaysia, man. That's a country that doesn't get enough love. Appreciate you, Shenzhen. What games do you usually play? I had been playing Fortnite, but recently it had been like just ruined, the comp side of it at least. So I've been playing the new COD with my friends. That has been the game for the past few weeks. What games are people in chat playing? Because a lot of shit feels dead. They confirmed the XM2W will come 2023 Q2. Is that true? Because didn't it get announced in Q2 of 2022? That is unreal. I literally can't grip the X2. Biggest disappointment of the year for me. So, how, like, what's the issue? Is it hand size? Like, because I have big hands. I can just, like, boom, just put my fingers on it, get a fingertip. It is Yasu Borzi Apo Elava. Yasu, man. Tikanis. Shout out to Greece. Zotia Lava. Or is it Zito? Fuck. I don't know. It's bad Greek, but shout out to you, Mike. Should I get the Deluxe M800? I'd say no. I would advise against it. Get into sim racing best move. Doesn't that require like a whole setup? I don't think that's for me. Diabolical child game. That's just so random. That is just so random to hate on Diabolical. I feel like that's a game that is just already dead. That's like literally beating a dead horse. But I respect it. What, Borzi knows Greek? Yeah, I went to a Greek school growing up, so like I can read and speak Greek pretty well, like not fluently, but I always would like to think that if I had to like spend a month in Greece, like I would be pretty solid in terms of communication. Turkey better? That is so hilarious. See, my thumbnail maker's Turkish, so I respect it. Borzi is Greek? Real? I'm not Greek, but I speak Greek, so I feel Greek, if that makes sense. Greek food too good? Yeah, Greek food is insane. There's like this festival twice a year. Wait, why is the copy paste of my stream literally not working? Okay. Speaking Greek makes you Greek enough to me? See, I respect that. I respect that respect. Lol Sin Goat? Yeah, I'm a co-owner of RA now. I forgot to mention that as well. What is Greek food? Like souvlaki, gyros, spanakopita, pastizio. Those are like top tier Greek foods, I'd say. Yo, remember to stay hydrated. I'm the most hydrated of all time. R.A. Bordsy, so real. Hello, Father Bordsy. Quote of the day. That's good. That's putting me on the spot. I don't know. It's like, it's Thanksgiving. Be thankful. That's what I'd say. Do you speak Spanish? Yeah, I do. Not like fluent, but I do live in a Spanish neighborhood now, and I was pretty good at Spanish in high school. And I also played 2K with Puerto Rican people for a while. So I got random Spanish skills as well. Will you be going to FinalCon 2022? Yeah, they're actually flying me out for FinalCon next month on the 17th. So that should be sick. It's at the LA Natural History Museum. What's your rank in RA benchmarks? I haven't done any. Any hobbies not tech related? Yeah, like sports and card collecting, I would say, are the not like only hobbies, but that's like what I spend some of my time doing. Do white mouse pads get dirty over time? For the most part, yes. Especially like anything that's bright white is going to collect dirt and it will be very noticeable. Are you gonna be a keyboard? I don't know. I'm gonna get the Final Mouse keyboard, which is close enough. Speak some Arabic? See, that's my next goal. I want to learn Mandarin and Arabic. Where do I start on that? 6 months later, thoughts on Ponage Ambi. Ponage products are underrated. I honestly probably have not touched it since my review, so I can't say I have any updated thoughts on it. I just wish they would make like a top tier mouse, like a $33.95 lighter. Salam Habibi. Yeah, see, I know like a few Arabic phrases. I feel like that will get me far. The candle hypnotizes me. It's a good candle. It's the same candle I had during the infamous candle question night. What's RA? It's an aim group. It's a lifestyle. It's love. Just look up RevoSect on Twitter. They have like a pretty good Discord if you're learning how to aim. But there's lots of collaborations coming soon in the Peripheral world. Is there a language Boardsy can't speak? I try to have like at least a few phrases in each language, but there are probably some like definitely a few continents where I don't know many languages, but I don't know. RA, respectful aim or retrosect. It's the OG name. Just kidding. RA is cringe, VT is cringe, Boardsy is life. True. VT mega cringe. Just kidding. What do you prefer between LA1 and Sora? I would say for fingertip. Like it's really gonna come down to what style of shape you prefer. But for me, I would say I prefer the LA1 for claw grip, just because it's a bit more narrow and it has like still a higher profile hump feeling in hand. It's not a finalized unit of the LA1. I should mention that every time I use it. The Sora is a few grams lighter, so I would say it does feel like a bit better balanced and lighter for fingertip. But I still don't know if I prefer the shape because it does flare out towards the bottom a bit more. But ultimately, for under $100, $33.95, both of, like, you can't go wrong with either. Why do RJN not like you? I don't know, man. At this point, it's kind of getting like, he should like me by now. I've clearly, yes, I trolled him when I was like 17, but now I'm 20. I've got my head on straight, got my love for RJN, but he's still holding the grudge, which I feel like goes against all of his like personal growth videos about like love and all of that. Now double clicks so bad. I've like never had a mouse double click. It's the most insane thing. I don't know what it is. Like, I've just never had a mouse that was ruined by double clicking. Yo, 4-banger Kovacs with 20 sec. Wait, is that Sweden money? I believe so, man. Regardless of the currency, I appreciate the 20. Love the M42 shape, but it feels a bit small. Suggestions? You could go with something like a Lamzu Atlantis. I was going to say like an XM1, but I don't know if you want the wireless mouse. I would say like a Lamzu Atlantis is going to be a different style of shape, not as narrow, but it's going to be like a bit wider, still good for claw grip. How did you troll him? It's like, I don't even know. Like, you can just watch my, I would say like watch my review of the MZ1, the original wired one, and it was just like there were a lot of tongue-in-cheek remarks is how I would describe it. Did your father instill your interest in tech? Not really, because, well, actually, we did have a computer with like Windows XP when I was growing up. I didn't like play games on it very much though, and I was a console gamer for a lot of my life. And then when I was like 15, I decided to get a PC, and from there I kind of just like spent time on my PC, got really interested in mice. What's the best forward sensor placement mouse? I would say in terms of mice with like a really noticeable forward sensor placement, the MM712, if that's something you're looking for. And it's really not bad for a price, but I would wait a day or two because I just feel like it's going to go on a Black Friday sale. I actually will check right now. Maybe it already went on a sneaky sale. It did not. God damn, the MM720 is $53. That should actually be criminal. Is there any story behind the mouse in your logo? Yes, that it is not a mouse, and it is instead my former hedgehog, V-Hedge the goat. So yeah. Hi from Portugal. Yo, what is up, Portugal? How are you doing, Pedro? Did you see the Corsair Saber is $40? I did not. That's not. I wouldn't recommend it if it was a half penny. I don't know if that's true, but it's like, not going out of my way to recommend that. Boardsy mouse is Ergo or Ambi? It's Ambi. What's your word per minute? It's nothing crazy. It's like around 100. If I like actually move my keyboard in a good position for typing, but I just like I don't ever need to type faster than that, you know? Like even when I was a student, that always was enough. You watched the World Cup? I honestly don't. Like I gave it yesterday. I tried to watch like 3 separate games, and I just like, if you don't have that love for soccer, I don't think it's worth watching. I just pissed so many people off by saying soccer. So the Hien Mousepad is very fast mousepad for all the types of games. Yeah, I would say so. That's how I feel about it, Mike Alfonso. Boardsy, whoa! Appreciate those at another 20 sec for Banger Kovacs. Yasu, how are you doing, Mike Alfonso? Are you Greek? That would be an interesting last name, Alfonso. Soccer. It's football, not soccer. Can you name your mouse based mouse? I was potentially based mouse pad. What's better, Skypad Glass or Tiger Ice mouse pads? What do you mean? You mean eSport Tiger mouse pads? I would say I prefer the Skypad, but there's a big difference in terms of price. Will you be buying the new Final Mouse this Christmas? Improvements are being announced today. I do know the improvements are being announced, so I'm keen to see those, but I presume they'll hook me up with a unit. Since they're flying me out to FinalCon next month, it would be funny if they like had me buy a unit, but I wouldn't mind doing that. I bought my fucking 10s, but I'm just saying, I presume I will get one. Most overrated mouse? It's a good question. I don't feel like anything... I got that question a few streams ago, and I was like, I feel like most mice are properly rated. Like, I just can't think of a mouse that gets a lot of praise that I think is bad. MZ1? There is a lot of, like, random love for the MZ1. Like, from people who are like, okay, this is literally the god mouse. But maybe it is for them. G502, but that's, like, everybody has an opinion on the G502 already. Like, I wouldn't say it's overrated, because so many people know it's, like, not quite good. Any of your Starlights have crooked scroll wheels? Yeah, my Poseidon had probably the worst scroll wheel. Like, that was the only one where I noticed it was, like, actually crooked, but I literally pushed it back into place. So I was chilling. Pulsar X2 is overrated. Boring, safe sides, and average QC. I do love the X2 Mini, though. See, that's just, like, that makes no sense to me. You just don't like the shape of that. Like, I mean, maybe that's the difference. I feel like you can't call the mouse overrated when it's like it would probably work for somebody else's hand. That's just like a shape preference thing. And I don't think there's a QC difference between the mini and the medium version. Which team do you dislike the most in the AFC East? Dolphins fan here? It has to be the Patriots. Like, even though the Bills are realistically, like, far better than the Patriots, it's just, like, never gonna like the Patriots as a Jets fan. Will you be at FinalCon? Yeah, I will be. I don't know what my role will be. I don't know if I'm just going to be standing around there, but I will be there. What can you say about the Death Adder V3 for fingertip? It's like, if you have big hands, you can pull it off. I just don't know why you would want something wide and chunky with like so much like mouse in the back to the point like, I just don't get why you would use that over other options. 1v1 viewers in Fortnite, if you lose, you have to give them a free mouse or a mouse pad. That would be good if I was like a Fortnite content YouTube channel. Could be potentially interesting. Boardsy is on a redemption arc, loving Ergo, which he used to hate. I mean, I only have one Ergo mouse on my desk, and it's the Death Adder V3, which is just like it's a uniquely goated mouse. I wouldn't say I have like any type of Ergo like preference nowadays. Yeah, I wish I liked thinner mice. The X2 felt like a Viper Mini. The X2 Mini? Or the medium, because the medium's like a pretty wide mouse, I'd say. Dog, you got gorilla-sized hands? Like, I don't think that's true. Like, Death Adder V3, it just fits in the hand. Which team you support on the Football World Cup? I mean, I support America. We're gonna take home the soccer Lombardi. I believe in us. How's the Sora? It's good. It's a solid mouse. There's not a single aspect that is lacking. click implementation is solid. The weight is really good. The weight balancing feels nice. It is a few grams heavier than they originally advertised, but I don't know. I don't hold that against them. I oil up the trackpad when I really want to game. That's a baller. I mean, I remember when I tried a trackpad mouse, and it was like, or a trackball mouse, not trackpad. Shit was really bad. X2 Mini or G Pro Superlight. I mean, I prefer fingertipping the X2 Mini, but there's just something about the Superlight. Like, it just feels so stable and safe for claw grip that I've just used it so much that I can't really say I hate it. Just comes down. Like, if you have a Superlight, I wouldn't say you need to upgrade, but if you play fingertip or have small hands, claw grip, probably go with the X2 Mini. Sora only available on their site as of now, but I do think for later batches they'll have retailers and maybe do Amazon as well. What do you think about the next M3K? I have no info about it. I was actually planning to ask like the founder of YANKEE, like, what's up with that, because I saw you said early 2023, so I'll be checking that out at some point. Did you watch the Techni M8 review? Yeah, it was long, and I like skipped through it because the first few minutes like weren't really talking about the mouse, and I didn't get much info about the like how the low button height was actually implemented, so I'm just waiting to get my copy of it. But yeah, I did see his video. Sora or Hottie S Plus? I honestly prefer the feeling of the Sora. I mean, the tech is better on G-Wolves without a doubt, but the quality and just like overall feeling I prefer on the Sora. Favorite final mouse size? Definitely small, just because I used the Ultralight 2 for so long, and I think the Starlight Smalls are just like a perfect upgrade to the Ultralight 2. 1K hertz versus 8K, is there a huge difference? I wouldn't say it's huge, but on a high refresh rate monitor, it's definitely noticeable, and you're going to prefer the feeling of higher polling rate. But 8K hertz wired, I just don't like those. I prefer 4K wireless. Best relaxed claw grip mouse for small hands? It's probably going to be between the X2 Mini or the Sora. Trying to think of like other wireless mice. I mean, you could go with like the MM712 if you're looking for something even cheaper. How's the coating of the Sora compared to the XM1 or GPX? It doesn't feel like... So the GPX has a kind of wet, rubbery, grippy coating. The Sora has a more dry, grippy coating, but it's not chalky like the Viper V2 Pro. It's so funny. Like, I'm struggling to put the coating into words, but I do like it. Hills, I would say over 240 hertz to make it noticeable. Like, if you're on below 240, it's just, I would say it's more worthwhile to invest in a monitor than higher polling rate mouse. I hate the GPX coating. How is the build quality on the Sora? I have no problems with it. I can squeeze it pretty hard and not get any, like, flexing, any, like, concerning creaking. There's no rattle either. You should do a blind mousepad test trying to guess which are which. That would actually be really fun between he and clones. That's a good idea. I'm going to note that down. Aqua Control Zero has been life-changing, really, because I found that mousepad to just be... But yeah, I mean, if you do have a Starlight Small, your fingertip grip, you probably do want a lot of control. Box review, the Ninjutso Sora box. It's actually a pretty good box. What do you think about the M3K? I don't know. I'm going to ask the founder of YANKEE what's up with that, see if I can... I don't think they do review units, but I can get some info at least. So yeah, this is the box. It was a pretty premium presentation in terms of extras. There were like extra skates. I don't think there was much else. Can you bring out the Lamzu? I have it. We all know what water he's drinking. Yeah, I don't know why I took the thing off. That's just an ADHD moment. Do you have a final verdict on the Serapad Kin? I mean, yeah, watch my review. I just still can't. I just don't prefer it over the Skypad. Like, no matter how much I want to. And oh yeah, the thing with the Sora, you can see they provide these extra skates in case you don't like the 4 small skates. You can do the 2 large skates, which is... That's just a beautiful touch. Give it up for Ninjutso. They don't provide any grips in the box, but like I said, the coating's pretty good. Are there any Death Adder alternatives? Like, yeah, like the Pulsar X-Lite, their Ergo series, but I just don't think it's quite as high quality feeling. I need to try that water. It's life-changing. If you ever come to New York or wherever it is. Are you getting a Lucio mouse? I actually already have 3, and he's sending me a new one. I've just never made a review, but since the market's so dry, I'm definitely going to soon. They're pretty sick custom mice. How's your life right now? It's going pretty good. I don't talk about my personal life too much on YouTube, but everything is trill, is how I would describe it. And obviously, YouTube, all of this stuff is going terrifically. So yeah, I'm chilling. It is much more cheaper in China. What is cheaper? The Sora? When do you think XMTW is coming out? I don't know. Somebody in stream said Q2 2023, so I mean, I'm just gonna believe that until I'm told otherwise. Gym routine reveal. Wait, did I fuck this box up? Oh god, I'm actually so brain dead. I was trying to. Fuck, people just saw me fidgeting around like with that for a minute. That's a bad look. Super light yellow edition. Nah, I think purple is gonna come first, then orange, and then yellow. We gotta work our way to yellow. Retail price and best place to buy Sora for the US from Ninjutso's direct website, like ninjutso.com, I believe, and it's $95 before shipping, so it's really good. LGG Saturn, good mousepad, not get affected by humidity. I mean, any cloth pad is going to get somewhat affected, but it's not going to get noticeably like muddy, and yeah, it's a really, really good mousepad, especially the Pro version. New update Q3. Yeah, just like start gaslighting me. Q2 2025. Best mouse and mousepad. I mean, I've made videos on like the top mousepads and the top mice within the past month, so I just recommend watching those to get a broad idea. But top mice, the ones on my desk, top mousepads, anything from Artisan, LGG Saturn Pro, I would say. You can buy it for 68 USD from Taobao, yeah, but shipping just takes so long. And how much is that like the cost after shipping or before? But if you're in China, then it's definitely the move to get it from Taobao. How are the side clicks? They're not the best side buttons I felt, but they're certainly passable. It's like not a heavy feeling, but they do have it's not mushy feeling, but there is some noticeable post travel. Do you think Artisan's losing popularity because of LGG's Pro line? Definitely not. I mean, I'm sure some people are choosing a Saturn Pro over a Zero, but like all in all, Artisan is still going to be the top of the line mousepads probably forever. Do you have an XD3? I do. I don't exactly know where it is, but I do certainly have one in my possession. Got a glass mousepad. Now I wash my dishes with the cloth ones based. Can you do a weight test if you haven't already? I mean, I did one earlier and it came in at 47 grams. So I don't think the weight has changed in that time. That was with this little thing. So, I mean, maybe if you super weight whore, you could get it down to 46. If you go in and mod the battery, you could get it low 40s, I would imagine. LGG Pros are super overpriced outside of USA. That's not really true. They have so many international retailers. I mean, importing it from Lethal Gaming Gear is overpriced, yeah, but they have it like on Max Gaming. There are some Southeast Asian stores that I should definitely learn the names of. There's a Brazilian store like Oz Mod Shop. Like they have international retailers. Have you seen the Iron Cat version of the Sora? No, you should. Can you DM me that on Twitter, Gen3D Tech? I'll definitely take a look at that. That seems pretty cool. Yeah, I love companies that have swappable switches. It takes a lot to just say fuck Asus's patent and just do what you want. Do a weight balance test. I've done those before, but I don't mind doing another. You can see from the grip width, it's pretty good. If you go towards the back, tilts a little. But yeah, overall, the weight balancing is really nice. Oz Mod Shop is Australian? I know. I'm just saying, they have like global retailers. Seems like most brands try to copy Endgame mice. I don't know about that. I mean, Lamzu definitely came out with something that is essentially a wireless XM1. The Sora is kind of like an XM1 mini, but I would say it's just on Endgame for making such a good like claw grip shape and not really capitalizing on it. MM712 has been treating me so nice. Yeah, I agree that the MM712 was a pretty baller mouse. Max Gaming not available in my country. What country are you in? Because I don't doubt that there are some places that don't have like good options for the lethal pads. Yeah, CMO. I've been using the Saturn Pro for basically all of my testing in the past day with the Sora, and it's been treating me well. Definitely controlled enough. The feet are pretty good, like well-rounded edges, pretty fast, so it feels like a good balanced pad. Any games you're looking forward to? Fortnite, if they ever like update it and make it good again, I would say is my number one. But I don't even know. Are any new games coming out? I was thinking about reviving the game Rats Instagib. Do any of you guys know about that? High as fuck right now. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Slater. Hope you're having a good one. Max Gaming shipping's insane in the UK. Yeah. But for UK, there is Zerk Gaming mods that stocks the Pro pads. But yeah, UK, they do get fucked by Max Gaming. Wait, what was I? God, I was answering a question. That's unfortunate. Forgot it. Oh, yeah. It was about rats. Rats Instagib goated but dead. Yeah, see, that's the thing, though. If I revive it, it won't be dead. So I don't know how I'm going to go about doing that. Maybe we start off with some streams, but I've just been playing that with, like, friends a bit recently, and it's just, like, it has the potential to be the greatest game of all time. Do you play Apex much? Nah, basically not at all. I've tried to get into it on so many separate occasions, and it's just, like, it's really hard for me to enjoy a BR outside of Fortnite. Like, Warzone is... Like, I've had fun with it for, like, a day or two because it's just, like, immersive. The map's pretty sick, but the game itself is pretty shit. And I don't know, Fortnite's just the perfect game. Will there be a mid version of the LGG Saturn? They are working on a multi-hardness system, so I would presume so. But I am just not absolutely certain on that. Reflex Arena better. Interesting. Started my mouse hoarding habit. I'll forever be grateful. Happy to hear that. Yeah, it's always dope when I see people post their pictures of like mouse collections and they're like, got into it because of you. Are you going to test the Xtrfy M8? Yes, I am receiving a unit of that. I can't say from who, but I am getting a unit of the Xtrfy M8. And I also did pre-order one, but I think I'll be getting my secret unit first. I want board Z pad. I need to make a pad. It's getting ridiculous. I just don't know what. Is the original Saturn not a mid? Not. That guy means like actual mid art, like pour on foam in the same like 3.5 millimeter size, I would presume. Stop moving your mouse like that, man. What am I supposed to do with my hands if it's not move my mouse around on my screen? Riddle me that. Make an Artisan Raiden competitor? I do know a company that's already working on one, but I've just never wanted to like make just like make a clone and then release that as my pad. Like if I wanted to, I would have probably done that a year ago with the Heian. Do you have any durability issues on the IKEA pad? I mean, I just haven't tested it long term, so no, but maybe if I had been using it as my main since I got it, I would. Is there a G Pro X Mini? Not really. Should seriously get a shocking sponsor? Like what? Pick your nose? Why would I do that? Like, what are these questions? Opinions on Sora, I ordered it the minute it came out. It's really good in all aspects. I would say for some people, if you have like large hands and don't prefer smaller feeling mice, it might be a bit too small, but for fingertip grip and claw, it's kind of like a mini XM1, mini Lamzo Atlantis. It will be interesting to see this versus the Lamzo Atlantis, because that's supposed to be somewhere in the high 40s. I can't imagine. Maybe the shape will be different, but I was surprised by Sora. Definitely Ninjutso's best mouse so far. Lamzu Atlantis or Sora? Damn, people just sent back-to-back questions asking the exact same thing. It's just going to come down to size. At the moment, the Sora is the mini option. So if you like the feeling of the standard XM1 for claw grip, I would say the Atlantis is your better option. But if you do want something smaller for fingertip or smaller for claw grip, go with the Sora. Feel like the M8 low button height gimmick is kind of dumb because the button's so curved. It would be inconsistent feel. I mean, yeah, it's just going to come down to how it is in hand, but I do think it is. It's just like they wanted to get that 4mm height, but it's like nobody's actually going to put their fingers there. How's the build quality? It's good. I have no issues with any flexing any of the buttons. I mean, there is a bit of post travel on the side buttons, but it's nothing that is like holding the mouse back. How much larger does it feel compared to the X2 Mini? The Mini's the main at the moment. It's noticeably wider, just like at the grip width, and you can also see that it flares out more towards the bottom. So it definitely does feel bigger in hand. But if you like the small, like nimble feeling of the X2 Mini for fingertip, the Sora will still work, but it just might not be quite as good. But it does feel a bit larger and also lighter. So it's like a really, really impressive mouse. How's the coating? Mentioned this a few times. It's good. It's like a dry, grippy coating. It's not a chalky feeling coating, but not like a wet rubberized coating. I think they did a pretty good job with the coating. Movement, I would say it is. It's like close enough. It's definitely not a one-to-one pure clone of the XM1. Does the Atlantis actually have a smaller grip width than the X2 Mini? No. The Atlantis has a wider grip width. Does the Lamsu come with grips in the box? I'm not sure if you have to add it on. The past 2 units I've received did come with grips in the box, but I'm not sure. Have you gotten the 1440p 3/6 No, I want to get it, but is it available? Does anybody know that? I was looking on the website and I couldn't see it. Does the Sora get the seal of approval? Dude, I'm not gonna leak that until the review. I'm still undecided, but leaning towards yes. What phone do you have? It is a iPhone 12 Pro, I believe. It's a fine phone. Do you have a final verdict on the Serapad Kin? Yeah, I mean, I just think it's a solid, more controlled hardpad option. I just don't prefer it over the SkyPad 3.0. Are you not going to wait for the 500 Hz? Nah, I just want to go 1440p 3/6. Just get something really nice for my main monitor. Grips are an add-on for the Atlantis. Same with the glass gates. Got it. Chat, for size comparison, go to Elo Shapes. True, Elo Shapes is a very good resource. We try OLED 240, 1440p. I mean, I could, but I'm just leaning towards the Asus 360, 1440. Where's the puppy? He's in the other room now. He's, I don't know what he's doing. Probably sleeping. Viper V2 Pro or Sora for a relaxed claw grip? I would say the Sora is better for claw grip. Unless you have a oddly specific grip where the Viper is like making good contact. What switch is the Sora using? It's using Huano Blue Shell Pink Dots. I can do a quick sound test. Really spam, like I have no problems with the click implementation. There's no quality issues either, like with too much grinding or like post travel. That is the quality test. What mouse is similar to the Viper Mini that's wireless? I mean, in terms of direct Viper Mini wireless, there's not much. The Deluxe M800's close, but I would just recommend something like an X2 Mini. It's not the same, but it's a good small wireless mouse that you could like if you like the Viper Mini. But you can also just wait for the Viper Mini Wireless, which is like officially confirmed for very, very early 2023, according to Razer, but who really knows? Sora ranking? I gotta wait for the review. How much is the Final Mouse keyboard going to cost? It's nothing egregious. Like, definitely, I don't know the exact price, but I don't think it's gonna be like over 400. What's the weight? It's 47 grams. It was originally advertised at 43. Then it got bumped to 45, and now it's 47. But it's a very well balanced 47, and the mouse like feels almost hollow, super light. What keyboard is that? It's a Wooting 60HE in a Blade 60 case. It's like you could just get a standard Wooting 60. You don't really need to swap the case. Is there an optimal place for your finger when clicking? Wherever it's most comfortable. Some people say like directly over the micro switch, but it doesn't really matter unless you're like playing Minecraft. Just click where it feels fine. $350 for Hall Effect version. Yeah, it's like honestly not an insane price when you factor in like all the other shit that it offers. Like if it was like 700, I'd say that's like egregious. Watching you while on classes. That is, I appreciate that. What is your sense in Fortnite? 3200, 1.3, I think. But I might have like lowered it a bit since I last played. Why didn't you like the IEM? Just comfort, and the sound wasn't like anything that blew me away. Is the Viper V2 Pro one of your mains? I would say it's not like as much of my main as the Death Adder V3. Like I just don't use it as much because I can't be asked to pull it up, like to pair it up with my hyper pulling dongle. But it's like a very solid mouse. And it's on sale for $130 now, I think, for Black Friday. It could go even lower. I doubt it will, though. So it's on a bit of a sale now. Origin 1X Best Mouse Box. That's interesting. Rating boxes. Do you play TAC FPS like Valorant? No, I don't. I've obviously tried Valorant, but it's just it's always pretty boring to me. Do white mouse pads get dirty? Yes, man. For the, what is that, the third time? Is the Air 58 for 120 new worth it? If you're just looking for the mouse, I would say no. It's like a 60-gram wired mouse. But if you are looking for like the Air 58 aesthetic, potentially. Yo, first time on live. Love the content. Yo, appreciate that, Philippek. Do you post gameplay videos? Like full gameplay videos? No. Sometimes I'll toss some gameplay in a mouse review, but there's just like, I don't know. I've never had the urge to be like a gameplay YouTuber. Lamzu Atlantis changed my life. Now I am celebrity. Awesome. What mouse has the best coating that doesn't require third-party grips? I would say the like standard XM1 coating is pretty crazy. GPX coating, I've always been a huge fan of. The Sora coating's not bad. You a football fan? Wait, you're saying Thanksgiving, so I presume that's NFL. I've been getting a lot of World Cup questions. But yeah, I am a football fan. I'm a Jets fan, it's been a crazy week to be a Jets fan, I can say that much. And I hope you have a good Thanksgiving as well. I am going to be watching football pretty much all day whenever I end this stream. Holy shit, 300 viewers? That is crazy. I appreciate everybody chilling in the stream. Best mousepad for low sense? I mean, what do you mean by that? Are you just like looking for a controlled pad, a speed pad? What does the low sense part of that mean? Is Final Maps really done making Starlight 12s? I mean, they've said they're done with Starlight 12s for a few times now. I don't know what they're going to be doing with this drop. They are announcing the changes today. So if for whatever reason they post that while I'm live, I'll definitely react to that, but I doubt they will. Worst mouse QC of the current brands? It's hard to really like know because I feel like in personal experience, it's probably G-Wolves. Like if you watch my G-Wolves reviews, there's not a single time where I haven't had like a noticeable quality issue that held the mouse back. But a lot of people nowadays are saying Pulsar, but I had like minor issues with my X2 units. But you gotta factor in that Pulsar is producing way more mice than other small community brands like Ninjutso, Lamzu, G-Wolves. So it's really hard to tell. Oh, but fucking Glorious. How did I forget about that? Oh my god, it's like... Oh yeah, did you guys hear about Glorious? They delayed the Model O2 and I2 into like 2023, which is crazy. They made like some Reddit post. Do you like FIFA World Cup 2022? Not really. I mean, I hope America can take home the trophy, win the soccer Lombardi, but it doesn't seem like that's too likely. I've had zero issues with my X2 so far. Yeah, I had issues with my pre-production unit, then I had click squeak on one of my units, but my red units have been like perfect. X2 or Sora? It's going to come down to shape preference. But I would say X2 Mini versus the Sora. It's like the Sora does feel lighter. It flares out a bit more and is a bit wider, so it's just going to be a different feeling. U.S. soccer is awful, unfortunately. Have they gotten worse? Because I don't feel like they were ever a superpower. But when I was like growing up with the World Cup, it was like they always like sported a decent team. I'd love the info on that. Really bad click squeak on my X2 ruined my trust in Pulsar, TBH. Well, they just updated the mold, so I feel like they addressed it, unless the new batch has it as well. In my honest opinion, Glorious is barely keeping up. It's weird because apparently the Series 1 Pro comes in at like 50 grams and it's pretty solid, but it has a 3370. It's just what they're doing doesn't make sense. I feel like that's the way. And like their mass appeal products are pretty shitty. Like the Model O2, the Model O wireless. Like, I don't know. Is LeBron in the World Cup? He should be. Put LeBron and Tyreek Hill in there, it's like America wins for sure. So you already got the One Pro wireless? No. I don't know how I'm going to be getting it, but I will be. Best mouse for 131 grip. Dude, this has to be paid actors. No way. No, I am screenshotting this. This is fucking... There's no way there are 3 people in chat asking about 131 grip right now. What in the world is going on? I don't know. I don't know, by the way. I have no fucking clue. It seems like the super light. A 131 grip is when you grip the mouse like a monkey instead of a human and put your like middle finger on the scroll wheel. It makes no sense. Respectfully though. But it's just like, it's insane. Who uses 131? I don't know. It's like every single person who uses 131 is in my chat. Makes perfect sense. Dude, I need to like run a poll. Is that possible? What music do you listen to? It's all over the place. Like, it's not like one genre. I put my middle finger on scroll with 122. Let's think about that. Yeah, if you guys have a weird mouse grip, just put it in the chat and I'll just like recreate it. I need to see the type of psychos that are in my stream. Hold on, I also got a tweet about this 131 grip shit. One 113. Hold on, let me pull my chat back up. Can you use your YouTube fame to make a hyper polling dongle giveaway? I mean, I would if they were like easily accessible, but it seems like Razer's deadass having trouble producing it. 113. There's no way you're gripping a mouse like this. I refuse to believe it. 311 grip. Nah, see, I respect this one. This is a good grip for like precision and stability. What made you go from the X2 to the X2 Mini? It was really like once I got a good quality copy of the X2 Mini, I started to appreciate the shape more. And I also like went back to fingertip a bit more since I stopped playing Fortnite as much. So there are just a few reasons, but I don't know. I just prefer feeling like the X2 Mini is like a bit wider, a bit bulkier. What do you think about the Death Adder V3 Pro? I mean, I think it's one of the best mice on the market, especially if you have large hands. It's really safe across the board. Like, it's the super light of ergos in that you're going to find a grip that will work for it. The side buttons, perfectly tensioned. Clicks are opticals. They aren't, like, too sharp. Feel really good. Weight's, like, mid-low 60s, but feels really well balanced. Have you played R6? One time, but, like, I could not get into it. It seems super slow. I play a weird claw grip. Basically, my pinky is floating. Dude, I don't know why. I don't feel like I'm the only one, but when I first started gripping a mouse, my first mouse was the G203, and I literally, like, fingertipped it with my pinky finger, like, on the mouse pad. It was the most brain-dead grip ever. I don't know if anybody else can relate, but it was, I don't know when I came to the realization that I should put my pinky on the mouse, but it changed my life. R6 is way too slow, yeah. Do you have Fortnite earnings? Yeah, but they're Mickey. They're not like legit like cash cup earnings, you know? Doesn't Ethos do something like that? I don't know. I don't grip watch people. That pull and spring be hitting, it's unreal. Flicking with that grip is just immaculate. Yeah, that's how it was. Like, that's how I was like pretty decent with it, but then I was like, I got a lot more stability. I curl my fingers back. Yeah, I mean, I've heard that curling fingers is generally like not the move. Like, I try to keep my fingers straight, but I do curl them a bit. Pull and spring giveaway? I don't know if I can do that, man. I need it all to myself. Just bought my first ever G Pro X Superlight. Big upgrade for my Pulsar Haste. I respect that. That's a... Yeah, if you, like, want to try the Superlight, I would say this Black Friday is probably the time to do it. It's going to be on a sale, but I don't know when Logitech's going to release a new mouse. Don't think it will be early 2023. Did Final Mouse 10's S has any grip? I can't use finger grip. What do you mean by that? They do sell grip, or they do provide grip tape with it. What do you think about the Electrify M8? It seems cool. I mean, based on the reviews I've seen, it doesn't seem like it's anything special, but I'm waiting to get it in hand to really make my judgment. I wonder, could be surprised by the shape. So probably an ambi mouse for 131. I mean, yeah, I feel like that makes a bit more sense, but I don't know. Maybe some people would love the way that this feels terrible in your hand. That's the way 131 grip seems like to me. No way, is that Boardsy Mousepad review? What do you mean by that? Hey, first time here from the Philippines. Yo, shout out to the Philippines. What is up, man? Are Kale GM 8.0s good? Depending on the implementation, yeah, I don't have a big problem with them. What chair do you use? I use the Steelcase Elite V2. I did, my last video I uploaded is a chair review, actually. Philippines mentioned, yes. Pinoy, Pinoy. Wait, that's not a slur, is it? Fuck. I think that's a good thing. I hope I did not just insult the Filipinos. What's your favorite small ergo mouse? I would say it's probably the Pulsar X2, or no, the X-Lite Mini. BoardsyCon London when? I don't know. I still need to get a passport to travel internationally, but it's looking like Boardsy Fest NYC Winter 2023, to say the least. Say Gago? Hope I didn't say something bad. Pinoy is not a slur. Let's go. Glad to hear that. Am I the only person that uses pincer grip? I doubt it. That's a pretty popular grip. Most safe mouse shapes? I would say GPX is up there in terms of safeness. Death Hour V3 Pro if you have large hands, but safeness just depends on hand size. What are our best Black Friday deals? Just wait for my video tomorrow, because not all of them have rolled out. Like, there are some early ones on Amazon so far, like the $110 Superlight. Like the 390 hertz monitor for $350, but like tomorrow's when all of the deals are gonna hit. But I will be making a wonderful video tomorrow. I'm gonna be up real early, scounging for some real deals. What's the worst gaming chair you've ever sat in? I've thankfully never had to try a gaming chair. I've just had some pretty shitty office chairs. What do you consider large hands? Anything over like 19 by 10, I would say is large. Apex Pro Mini worth it if I have the Apex Pro TKL? It really won't be like massively worth it unless you are like looking to get rid of your Apex Pro TKL. Do you see a new Fury trackpad? Yeah, they should. I'll care about it once I receive it. I'm just like, I'm not in a big mousepad phase right now. Razer 8K for 55 SGD worth. I don't know what an SGD is, but not a big fan of the Razer 8K Hertz. But if it's piss cheap and you're on a budget, it could be worth. Sup, Boardsy, thanks for a review vids. Yo, no problem. El Goldito, appreciate the support. Japanese Omrons, they are a micro switch. When's the website gonna be up, dude? I'm working with a, I don't know, like it's so scuffed. It's gonna be up though. Just I don't know if I'm gonna firmly commit to before the end of the year, but it'll be up. Don't worry about that. Any opinions on 3/6-ers? I mean, I've been using one for what feels like 2 years now, and I like them a lot. But I haven't had any panels with like super good motion clarity though, so I'm looking forward to 3/6-ers 1440p. Joined late. What's the TLDR on the Sora impressions? It's like, think an XM2, XM1 Mini. 47 grams, so it's a few grams heavier than they advertise, but the weight feels really good. It's solid for both claw and fingertip with large hands, but if you don't like small mice with large hands, it might feel a bit too small. I think it stacks up pretty well with other $33.95 releases though, for under $100. You're going through a lot of water bottles? Yeah, I actually am out. Holy shit. I brought 4 water bottles for the stream, and I have like 2 sips left. 360 1440p is just dumb expensive. It is, man. That's why I was asking. I was like trying to beg Asus for one. I don't mind spending $1,000 on it, but it's like, it's not my first option. Do you think muscle memory is real, or is it just mouse control? It's absolutely just mouse control. There are so many factors that like come in where you're not making the exact same like movements for muscle memory. Like there are things that change on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, muscle memory is like a meme. Mousehead's probably Saturn Pro. Yeah, it is. See, it's peeling up from the desk. God damn. Rest of my desk is dirty. Mashallah boards, a Death Arrow V3 for 18.5 by 10.5. Yeah, I could say you could definitely make that work, especially if you do like a relaxed claw or palm grip. Doesn't BenQ have 360? Nah, theirs is 360 1080p with a TN panel, which I just don't want as like my main viewing experience, but like I don't hate it. Superlight is 85 right now? 85 what? Definitely not 85 USD. That would be crazy if it was. Yeah, those comments are crazy, Rupert. Recent viewer here. Videos have been super helpful finding out what mice are good. Yo, I'm happy that you can find use in the videos. Yeah, I do have like videos on like practically every mouse, so should be helpful for that. 40 USD for 8K hertz worth. I mean, that's the price it's at in America. If you want to try 8K hertz, I would go for it, but if you're looking for like the best mouse, it's just not, in my opinion. Like there are definitely flaws on the standard Viper. Best keyboard besides Wooting, I would say the Apex Pro Mini. If you do have a pretty high budget, like 350, the Final Mouse keyboard could be interesting, but I wouldn't say that's like the number one recommendation, especially for gaming. Superlight, $85 on Newegg. Got it. I'll include that in my video as well. Max Gaming has GPX at 46% off. What's the GPX? What's it at in terms of USD on Max Gaming? Damn, it's my first time chatting in a YouTube Live. It really sucks. What sucks about it? I do agree, like, the chat isn't quite the same as Twitch, but I don't think it's bad at all. Thoughts on Vaxi mice? I mean, I just don't really recommend the wired Vaxi mice much at this point. Been here since 13K. Respect that. Respect the very, very long continued support. Is the HTS Plus worth? You should watch my review of it. It's like a pretty niche, pretty expensive mouse. I would say like wait for their like HTX potentially or just updated batches. X-Lite V2 a safe shape, large hand. Yeah, definitely. If you claw grip or relaxed claw, it's just not as high quality as the Death Arrow V3 in my opinion. How's the Sora? Honestly, I've answered it a few times, so just go like 3 minutes back in the stream. I would say I just gave like another TLDR. Is the X2 QC really that bad? I mean, I've had 5 units now, and one was like a super pre-production unit, so I excused like those QC issues, and I've only had 1 unit that had the squeaky clicks. Other than that, I've had like nothing but a solid experience from the X2, but I don't deny other people's experience. What is your main mouse right now? I would say it's the Death Adder V3 Pro, but recently I've been using the X2 Mini and the Lamzu Atlantis a lot as well. Do you have any thoughts about the XM? Yeah, I just want to see the XM2 release first, and then I will be interested. But the if you are looking for a mini like XM1 style shape, not a clone, obviously, the Sora is a pretty good option. Anyone else with weirdly bad battery life on the X-Lite V2? Nah, I've never had like weird battery issues with Pulsar mice. What do you think about the Glorious 1 Pro? It seems cool. Like, seems like they got the weight down. I haven't watched any reviews though, so I don't know how like the shape and everything is. I wish I had a 3395. Like that should be a mouse they're releasing instead of the Model O2 and I2, but I didn't order one, unfortunately. Thoughts on using raw Excel? I just haven't in a while. It's like I had a raw Excel phase. I don't think it's really. I think most people wind up going back to just normal mouse input. I don't know if it's worth learning. I have all your mouse pads. What is the best one? That was like my second most recent upload. I talked about my main mouse pads, but it's really just Artisan pads, Saturn Pro, and a SkyPad. Any complaints with the Ninjutso Sora? Really, like in terms of big like issues? Nah, none at all. Even like things like the coding and stock feet, they really got right, but the side buttons don't seem incredible. It seems like there's a bit of post-travel and just like mushy feeling in general, but I'll have a more definitive opinion on that in my full review. Is it $33.95? The Sora? Yeah, it is, and it's $95. Sarah Cat made me try raw Excel. Does she still use it? I don't know how many Valorant people actually use it. I thought there was like a big trend and then everybody like switched off. Would this make your top 5 for 2022? That's a good question. It probably could. Probably would have pushed the number 5 spot out. Will you do headphone reviews? Nah. I am looking to buy a headset though. I don't know if anybody in chat knows, but I'm looking to buy like just a decent wireless headset with a mic. Like, and I'm looking for something on Black Friday sale. I'm gonna have to watch like a fucking Techni or Random Frank P video tomorrow. G Pro X, it's like 100. It was like 180 on sale for the wireless version. Maybe I just got to muster that much up. Have you ever heard about Ninja Rat Mat metal mousepads from Japan? I've done so much trying to get those, and it's just like you can't get them imported to the US. They won't send out a review unit, which honestly makes sense. Like, why are they going to let me review something that, like, people can't buy in my part of the world? But I've wanted to try those for a while. Techni just uploaded his vid, man. He's on the fucking grind set. I'll have to check that out. Corsair Virtuosos. I don't want a Corsair product unless it's cheap. Do you notice the difference between this and the Lamsu? Yeah, the weight increased from 43 to 45, and then it actually became like 47 on my scale. But yeah, you can definitely notice a weight difference, even between it and something like the X2 Mini. It definitely has a lighter, less dense feel. Virtuoso sucks. Yeah, it just seems like they suck. Sennheiser EPOS wireless headset. That's interesting. I feel like most people won't go for smaller brand mice. What do you mean by that? Just like in general? Cloudflight is okay. Yeah, I'll just have to watch the Techni vid. Is Max Gaming legit? Of course. They're like a huge peripheral retailer. Thoughts on the M8 video from Techni? I mean, I had to like skip through it. I was not learning a ton about the mouse, but it was an early review. Is the hyper polling dongle worth it? I would say so, yeah. I don't feel like there's any reason not to get it. Do you think Death Hour V3 fits a 18.5 by 8.5 height? I would say it does. It'll definitely feel like a bit large and like a bulky mouse, but it's not like it's going to be too large for you to use. Max Gaming is essentially lethal for EU. Yeah, exactly. And they have a US store as well. Max Gaming is like doing really good at a big scale. They need a code boardsy though. It's the one thing they could improve on. What skates are on your Death Hour V3? They're still the stock skates, dude. They're still kicking it. You might be like, they're paper thin. You're just scraping plastic on the mouse pad, and you'd be mostly right, but it is what it is. Pulsar Haste Wireless worth it for $50 with the 3335. I would say, like, if you expand your budget to $70, something like the MM712 is just like a better mouse. Given IEMs another chance? Probably not, man. Probably not. Am I the only one who hates the GPX? There's an amount of people who hate the GPX. I just don't get the hate, though. I don't think the hate is warranted. Also, just wondering, are there a lot of people outside the US in the stream right now? Because it seems like the viewership is a bit better than when I stream later on. Yeah, I'm just wondering if this is like the meta time to stream. You giving IMs another chance? I don't know if I read that, but no. Tempted to switch from my Super Glides to Tiger Ice? I would say no problem with it. Yes. Have you considered trying expensive IEMs? I just don't want to. It's like I just prefer the feeling of headphones. I don't think there is a single IEM. So damn, lots of UK. Damn, still got some Americans though showing up on the Thanksgiving Day. You doing us EU people a favor. Got it. And I love the EU support, so. I missed it. How's the Sora? It's really good on all fronts. Coding's good. Clicks are good. Side buttons are like not great. They're passable though. Might have a few like minor things that should be tweaked, but overall like the weight balancing is really good. A few grams heavier than they advertised. Like originally, but nothing to complain about. More like the X2 or the Atlantis. Definitely like a mini version of the Atlantis. I'll compare the shapes. You see the X2's like super... The X2's super flat. The Sora kind of flares out a bit like the Lamzu does. It's just like an XM1 mini. How's Rex? He's chilling. He's doing really well. Presume he's been sleeping a bit. Yeah, he's growing a lot. It's crazy. Like, I've had him since the Saturday before last Saturday, and he's, like, just already noticeably changed so much, which is just, like, weird to say. Bortzy talks about mice on Thanksgiving. I mean, yeah, I'm going to celebrate, like, I have family and a few, like, family friends coming over later, but don't have, like, anything else to do for this part of the early afternoon. Normal people eat turkey on Thanksgiving. Dude, you can do both. You can talk about mice and eat turkey on the same Thanksgiving day. Would you ever consider an Android? Funny enough, this Chinese company just reached out to me, like literally this morning, and they were like, it's like just some random fucking phone. So I said yes to it. I gave them like my PO box. So I could be getting an Android phone from a Chinese company. Is your main still a Death Adder V3? It is. How much is the Sora? $95. Which mouse is the turkey of gaming mice? Turkey the country or turkey the animal? I'd say turkey the animal. It's the super light. It has to be. What mouse is that with the skins? This is the Lamzu Atlantis. These grip tapes are getting a bit dirty, you could say, but pretty solid. Pretty solid mouse, pretty solid grip tapes. They feel like Corepad grips almost. Is there any difference from red or black to Saturn Pro? Yeah, man, the color. But yeah, in terms of like the actual feeling, no, there's no difference. I have my eye on the Atlantis. It looks so nice. It is nice. I've had like 3 units now, and they're all like spot on quality wise. What did you do to the poor mouse? Fucking gripped it. It's a big problem in America. Is the EVGA X17 good? Not really. Atlantis Mini soon. Reckon it's worth waiting for. I don't know how soon. It's probably going to be like February or March of 2023. So I don't know how worth that would be to wait for. How worth it would be to like wait that long for that. The Sora is essentially not like a direct clone, but it's more or less a mini Atlantis. So I'd say that's worth looking into. How are the side ones on the Sora for Fortnite? I actually have not tested it in Fortnite yet. Just wait for my full review for the full side button verdict. Don't worry, I won't let my Fortnite gamers down. What's the amount of time you usually spend gaming and video making? It really varies day to day. Like some days I'll literally do nothing video related. And I'll just like I just said nothing, just blanked. I don't know what I do when I don't make videos. I just like simulate time. Did you get the new Pokemon games? No. I saw the feedback on Twitter was very hit or miss, and it just didn't lean me enough in one direction to go for it. My Nintendo Switch, it's just like, I don't know if it won't charge, but seems like it's not turning on. Does the Sora have comfort grooves like on the clicks? Not really. Judging that I had to like stare at the mouse to see if it did. You can see it's like kind of like the GPX in terms of the lack of comfort grooves. But it's not like my fingers are stuck. Just sits there and lets mine recuperate. True. I just stare into like my ring light until I have enough power to record another video. Why don't they make notifications for when you're live? Do they not? That's kind of unfortunate. I feel like some people got noticed. Maybe not though. New Pokemon is probably the best in years if you ignore the fact that they don't run. Huh. Maybe I'll have to check it out then. See, I say that, but I don't know if I'm going to spend $60 on a game I'm going to touch like once. Maybe I will though. I got noties? Got it. Yeah, so I don't know, man. Maybe you don't have the epic enough noties. You got to like press the like super epic noti button or whatever. Which mouse glides will you use to replace on the Death Adder V3? I'm thinking either Tiger Ice or BTL Skates. Potentially Tiger Ice. Out of all your Mousepad, what is the best one? Man, this is the 30th time you've asked this question, so I am going to link you the video I made but 5 days ago called The Best Gaming Mousepads. And what I'm also going to do is put you in a temporary timeout, so I have to stop seeing that question. And that will also give you enough time to watch that video. So that is the Mousepad I recommend. Just getting here, what's the verdict on the Sora? I obviously don't have like a final verdict yet, but so far in terms of initial impressions, like everything's solid. The weight, the clicks, shape-wise, it's like an XM1 Mini. But yeah, if you have any like comparisons or specific questions, just feel free to ask them. We need a Rex version of the Borzy mouse. True. I just need to stamp Rex on a Mousepad. That's what he needs to be. I should let him review a mouse. I was trying to get him into that early. Like, whenever he's chewing my hand, I just stick a mouse in his mouth instead. It sounds like something just fell behind me. Do you have side-to-side wobble problem on your Lamzu? On the main clicks? Nah, I don't. What was that sound? I don't know. I'm sure it will fix itself. These guys are either botting or trolling by asking the same questions when you can literally search it rather than spamming in the chat. Yeah, I mean, I've like made videos answering probably 90% of the questions that I get asked, but you know, that's the thing, just answering questions. Rex lighter test when? True, I kind of did fuck people over by not putting that in my video. It's coming soon, just like the Boardsy Mousepad. Yo, Strafe, a truly shocking Thanksgiving stream. The most shocking stream. What is up, man? Rex lighter test when? Oh, wait, I just read that question. Unreal. Fantech or Viper V2? Definitely the Viper V2, in my opinion. What do you think about the Glorious One Pro? I don't know. I don't have it in hand. The weight seems decent. I haven't, like, watched any videos, so I don't have a super firm opinion on it. What breed is Rex? He looks like a GSD. He's a skipper key, which is like a mini Belgian Shepherd, essentially. Wait, you're still live for a little bit more. Just got here. How does the Sora feel compared to the Mini? So the X2 Mini is going to be a lot flatter, and it's not going to flare out as much towards the bottom. So it's just going to feel a bit smaller. But the thing with the Sora is it's also lighter, despite feeling a little bit larger. Thoughts on the Tommy Hilfiger gaming gear? It's so bad, man. It's literally, it's worse than the Booga Mouse because it's so much more egregiously priced. Like, thank God they had the Black Friday deal. Like, it was only 100. It's 150 normally. It's like, bro, that's wild. Who uses 131 grip? I don't know. That was the craziest thing ever. That actually convinced me that there are like bots in my chat. Have you tried the M2K on a SkyPad? I haven't. I'm interested in the M3K whenever that's going to come out. Are you getting the new HSK with holes? Do you think it would be annoying to daily drive other than gaming? I don't know. It does have side ones and it does have a scroll wheel, so it won't be unusable like some other fingertip grip options. But, I mean, I don't know. It's like 26 grams. It's definitely a gaming-focused mouse. So we use a 131 grip for Minecraft. Okay, maybe that would make sense. It's not bots. It's just Minecraft kids. How is Minecraft going though, Intel Edits? I don't think have not seen many of your Peripheral videos lately. If you are still making that type of content. Are you reviewing old gaming products? Not currently, but I'm always down for like OG product recommendations that I can like take a look at. You know. Sora clicks light like the super light or no? I wouldn't say they're that light, but they're a bit lighter than the... Are they a bit lighter? Let me see. Yeah, I'd say they're like a bit lighter and sharper than the clicks on the Lamzu Atlantis. Just got back into uploading after a 2-month break. Gotcha. That's why I've not seen the Intel Edits content. The underrated YouTuber break. That is something a lot of YouTubers need. Shroud uses 131. He is just unreal. There's no way he uses 131 with that like weird ass mouse shape. How's the Sora for fingertip? I think it's solid. It is a bit more curved. Like it does flare out a bit towards the bottom in a similar way to like the XM1, the Lamzo Atlantis. It's just a smaller mouse. So I'd say it's like better. But if you are looking for like a flat-sided fingertip mouse, I think the Pulsar X2 Mini might be a better option. How's the Wooting 68G? It's like, it's peak. It's peak keyboard. Nothing to complain about. I don't know if I'll continue Peripheral reviews though. RIP. Why is that? Peripheral game not worth being in. Shroud is a robot manufactured in a lab. True, he's like Homelander with gaming mice. Is Sora real? Nah, this is just a 3D render that I'm moving around. How's the typing experience on it? I actually I put in lighter springs, like I did a spring swap and put it in a different case, and it's not that good. Like, I definitely would not recommend getting lighter springs in it, but by default, it's like pretty good for a plastic case. Now I want to get into more mainstream content when it comes to Minecraft. Got it. Yeah, I mean, that is fucking huge, so I do not blame you. You're the next Tommy in it. That's the way I see it. Sora versus LA1 comparison. Yeah, I got you. So the LA1 is a bit more narrow. Like, it does have a little flare out, but it's like more narrow, and it has an even higher profile feeling in the hand. It's basically like a ZA inspired shape, while this is more of a XM1 inspired in terms of feeling in the hand. So happy I found your channel. Happy that you're happy that you found it. Want to switch from a super light to a Death Arrow V3 Pro? Is it worth? That is essentially what I did, and I found it to be a worthwhile upgrade. Like, if you relax claw or palm grip, it's just gonna work if you have larger size hands. Is the scroll wheel good? Almost looks like an X2, so it is like, it just does have quite a similar hump feeling to the X2, and the main difference is just that the X2 is flat as fuck on the sides, or the X2 Mini, and a bit more narrow. Can hands ever be too small for a mouse? I mean, definitely. You could have hands that make a mouse just kind of engulf your palm and fuck up your ability to move it around. Are you writing your thesis on gaming mice? Yeah, I'm going to get a PhD in gaming mice. But I do think that this is going to be all for this Thanksgiving Day stream. I honestly could probably stream for another hour. The viewership today was absolutely fucking insane. But I am going to just go spend the day with family. It was very, very chill and awesome. Shout out to everybody who came by. Sora review coming soon, obviously. Black Friday video tomorrow as well. Maybe even a Black Friday stream, but definitely a video. But yeah, I did answer a lot of questions. If you just got here and you didn't hear it, just go back in the stream. And yeah, you'll see it. But yeah, have a good Thanksgiving, everybody. Appreciate the support. And peace out. Promote streams on YouTube. True, I should do that. But yeah, stop streaming.